Aloha! Welcome back to DeFi Tactics. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do not make any financial decisions based on my word alone. Always do your own research. With that said, today we're going to discuss the DeFi Oracles Signal Provider, and we're going to do a little update on our portfolio. Let's get to it. DeFi Oracles is the signal provider that's running by the Flare Finance team. When we utilize our Songbird and Wrapped Songbird tokens on the Flare Finance platform, those votes are delegated 50% to DeFi Oracles and 50% to another signal provider. Here we are on the Flare Finance Medium, and the title of this article is DeFi Oracles Has Arrived. I want to scroll down and highlight. DeFi Oracle pledges to allocate 100% of newly minted rewards, less any operating costs to maintain the STSO or signal provider to its maximum capabilities, to locking up Songbird tokens on Flare loans, minting stable Canary Dollar, and locking up the liquidity on Flare X in the Songbird Canary Dollar liquidity pool. This will help to increase the scarcity of the Songbird token and increase on-chain liquidity for holders in the form of Canary Dollar. Once added, this liquidity will never be removed. So essentially, the fee that this signal provider charges goes right back into the platform and ultimately benefits its participants. Highlighting the DeFi Oracles handle on Twitter, I want to highlight how they will distribute the STSO rewards and utilize the earned Songbird tokens. So scrolling down and highlighting this little infographic, we see that it says 80% will go to the delegators. This is actually changed, as we'll highlight in a little bit here. So 80% goes to the delegators, meaning those of us that delegate to DeFi Oracles. Whether we have Songbird and want to delegate to them specifically, or we're utilizing our Songbird in the Flare Finance platform. Any Songbird or Wrapped Songbird in the Flare Finance platform, 50% of that will be delegated to DeFi Oracles. The other 20%, or 15% as we'll highlight in a little bit here, goes to DeFi Oracles. However, as you can see, 50% goes to the Flare loans to mint Canary Dollars. The other 50% remains in Songbird to be added to the liquidity pool. So essentially, all of the rewards minus the operating costs to run the signal provider get sent back into the platform. So again, all of those rewards get added to the Songbird Canary Dollar liquidity pool on Flare X, as 50% will go to mint the Canary Dollar and the other 50 will go directly as Songbird into the liquidity pool. So what kind of effect is this going to have on the platform and the market as a whole? We can see here that they have highlighted 3 benefits. Benefit 1, Songbird is locked up, thus reducing the total circulating supply. On-chain liquidity grows as the circulating supply increases, meaning it's easier to trade between one and another. Lastly, there's more stability for the Canary Dollar. So this little infographic they have here, on the y-axis there's supply and on the x there's time. So as time goes on, the total amount of Songbird circulating decreases, the total amount of Canary Dollar or Canary supply increases, and the price of Songbird due to its increased scarcity, because we're removing Songbird from the circulating supply, the price slowly increases. So lastly, I want to highlight an update on that 20% that infographic said that will be retained by DeFi Oracles. We are on the flaremetrics.io site, and as of today, November 26, 2021, the DeFi Oracles fee that the signal provider retains has dropped down to 15% from that 20% highlighted in the infographic. If you're getting anything out of this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and left me a comment in the comment section below. Also, I'd like to highlight that join button next to the subscribe button. And also, go ahead and check out my Patreon. The link for the Patreon is in the description of this video below. So now we're going to go through and do a portfolio update. As you can see, we are on the Flare Loans platform. We still have the same amount of Canary Dollar minted. with a collateralization ratio sitting at 169%. The current wrapped songbird price on the platform is 39, just under 40 cents, and the liquidation price is still 25, almost 26 cents. So we're going to go over to the stability pool and we're going to check out what we've got going on. The price of songbird has been higher the past couple days, meaning there have been less liquidations. So over the past coming up on 48 hours, you can see that I only have 41.73 songbird liquidation profits. This essentially means that the price increase in songbird resulted in lower liquidations, which resulted in less use by the platform of the stability pool. Now, less use does not mean lower deflare rewards. It just means that the liquidation profits are lower because there have been less liquidations. So we're going to go ahead and, like we do, in order to claim both rewards at the same time, we are going to withdraw one canary dollar from the stability pool. I'm going to click withdraw and then confirm the MetaMask transaction and then wait for confirmation. We've got a successful transaction. As you can see, both sets of rewards were claimed. So going up and checking, we can see that those songbird liquidation rewards came in the form of wrapped songbird. So for today's portfolio update, we're going to go and head over to DeFiOracles.org. We're using the Flare Finance platform, so why not use their signal provider and signal provider interface in order to unwrap the songbird. We're going to go ahead and click the unwrap section here, and we are going to slide the slider all the way to unwrap 42.0330 songbird. We're going to click unwrap, and then we're going to confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction, so double checking up at the top, we can see that the value of the songbird increased by 42.0330 songbird. So heading back over to the platform, and we are going to go on to FlareX. We are going to swap the 42.0330 songbird and receive 16.67 canary dollar. We're going to swap that and then wait for confirmation after we confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction, so now our canary dollar balance has increased. I have seen some people talking about using these liquidation profits in order to put in more collateral into the loans. This way they keep that songbird for the upcoming XFi snapshot and can mint more canary dollars to then put in the stability pool instead of swapping it. While this does have some credence, essentially this is a leveraged long position, betting on the songbird price to stay where it is or to increase over time. Because this is an experimental network, I'm hesitant to do that as there could be some bugs in the system or some unforeseen circumstances where the price of songbird drops dramatically on this platform versus the other centralized exchanges, as there is no arbitrage opportunities. So some people will do that. I personally am not, but it is something to take into consideration as that could be a way to earn more XFi in the airdrop. So after that spiel, we're going to head back on over to the Flare Loans platform. We're going to go back to the stability pool, and we are going to deposit all of the canary dollar that we received from swapping our songbird liquidation profits. We're going to click deposit, and we are going to confirm. So we've got a successful transaction here. So now before we go and stake our DFlare rewards into the DFlare staking pool, we're going to head on over to the farm so we can claim and see what rewards we received from the farm. As you can see here, over the past couple days, based on 696.6853 liquidity pool tokens, we've received 0.9198 DFlare. So we're going to go ahead and click claim, and then we're going to confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction. As you can see, this unclaimed balance updated back down to 0. So let's head on over to the Flare Loans platform where we can go to the DFlare staking tab. We're going to go ahead and deposit all of our DFlare rewards, which over the past couple days has bumped up to 2.8353 DFlare. So let's slide this slider all the way to the max, click deposit, and then confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction, so as you can see now, we've got 9.2396 DFlare in the DFlare staking pool. Additionally, that automatically claimed these Canary Dollar and Songbird rewards. So that about wraps it up for this video. Again, I just wanted to go over and explain the DeFi Oracles Signal Provider, and then do our portfolio update, which covered a couple days, as yesterday was Thanksgiving, there was family, friends, all that good jazz. On that note, I hope everybody had a great and safe holiday. Also, let me know in the comments if you liked how I switched up that intro. And as always, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. We'll catch you next time on DeFi Tactics. When we delegate our votes from our votes. When we delegate our votes, so essentially the fee that this signal highlighting the DeFi Oracles handle on Twitter, highlighting DeFi Oracles on Twitter, I'd like to show and highlight this infographic that's going to demonstrate how the on-chain liquidity grows as the circulating supply, as there may be bugs or could be some So now, before we go and stake our DFlare rewards into the